Quebec, as we all know, is a francophone province in Canada, and it is a cool province to live in. I've said that before. I'll say it again. It has its advantages. It has its disadvantages. So does anywhere in the world. Welcome back to my channel again. It's your girl Ade Dayo. Today I'm gonna be sharing with you the advantages of living in Quebec vis-a-vis or compared to other provinces in Canada. If this is something that you would like to hear about, please stay till the end of the video. Let's enjoy this together. Today, our focus is on Quebec, and let's get straight into it. The first advantage of living in Quebec is that it has a very low cost of living. I mean, Quebec is one place where you can live and thrive perfectly. The quality of life that you will get in this province is quite okay compared to other provinces because, yeah, you're able to afford the basic amenities of life. You're able to afford the basic things in life. You're able to live a comfortable life while spending a little or while spending so little compared to other places in Canada. When it comes to the rent, when it comes to food, when it comes to transportation, all of those things are quite affordable. Notwithstanding this, the general thing in Canada right now is that things have gone up. They have gone up so much that people are barely making ends meet. But in Quebec, you can still thrive. Quebec is still comparatively more cheaper. You know what I mean? Job opportunities. In Quebec, there are a lot of job opportunities. There's so many tech companies in Montreal, most especially Montreal. Yes. So many tech companies where you can actually find what you're looking for, especially when it comes to your career path, and you will be able to thrive perfectly well in that environment. So, like I said, you have to be very strategic when it comes to career. In the course of you being strategic, you have to know that Quebec is one of those places you can go to live in and be able to thrive in your field. Companies also are looking for places where they don't actually have to spend so much and still be able to make their companies thrive or their organizations thrive. So if you're looking for the best place where you can get the best companies and work your ass out and get money, Quebec is the place. Accessible transportation for everyone. So if you have a car, good for you. If you don't have a car, this message is for you. So if you're new in Quebec and you have no means of transportation, trust me, it's not an issue because the public transportation system in Quebec is one of the best. Let me say one of the best in the world. Trust me, don't take my word for it because I haven't been anywhere outside of Canada for a while. And the reason why I'm saying that is that while I was living in Montreal, I used to take the train a lot. I used to take the metro a lot. And I it's just fascinating how the metro system works in Montreal. And the metro system in other parts of Quebec too is good. Might not be as perfect as that of Montreal because Montreal's own is just spectacular on its own. I know the reason why I say it's spectacular because I've been to other provinces and I have seen how it works there. And trust me, compared to that of Quebec, you can't even put them on the same scale. And you literally have buses moving from one street to the other, picking up people, and the fares are cheap and affordable compared to other provinces. So it's one of the reasons why I'm saying that accessible transportation is the best in Quebec. You can't find it anywhere else, trust me. Next on my list is healthcare. Healthcare is free. It's supposed to be free in Canada, supposedly free in Canada, but the truth is we pay for it one way or the other through our taxes. Anyway, the same applies to Quebec, but healthcare services are mostly free. Public services, I mean, not private. And it's one of the reasons why it's accessible. It's one of the reasons why Quebec is a good place to be. Another thing, a major thing, because I'm a parent and I know that parents would also want to know how they can actually thrive with their families, especially when it comes to daycare, when it comes to, alternative ways of raising their children or keeping them in a place that's secure while they go to work. Quebec has subsidies available for its residents when it comes to childcare. They have some childcare facilities that are subsidized to the barest minimum, and they have some where you can actually just borrow the childcare credits that you're supposed to get at the end of the year, at the end of the tax year. You can just borrow that and use a part of it to pay for childcare. It depends on how lucky you are, because trust me, the wait times are always very crazy, especially when you want to go private. Sorry, when you want to go with the public facilities. But trust me, other provinces don't have this. Daycare expenses are cheap in Canada. They are not cheap. So the government made provisions, a lot of provisions for that. And yes, Quebec, when it comes to that, has 100% score. Family orientation and quality of life. So, guys, in Quebec, your family can be raised perfectly. You you don't have to worry about shootings in schools. You don't have to worry about security, except if you're living in a very bad neighborhood. And even in the bad neighborhoods, if you're not looking for trouble, you're not doing anything criminal, you should be fine. Bad neighborhood is not exactly like the bad neighborhood that you're thinking in your mind. It's not ghetto. So quality of life is good here. Of course, most of the time, because we are mostly indoors because of the winter, we really do not get to express ourselves outdoors as much as we need to, especially for the kids. But when it's summer, there are a lot of activities to do, outdoor activities. There are also indoor activities, but yeah, it depends on who is asking. So quality of life is good here in Quebec. You literally get every other thing that you get in other provinces. The only difference is that means of communication most of the time would be in French. And it's good for the kids, guys. It's good for the kids. They learn to be bilingual. They go to school, they get spoken to in French, and they come home, you speak to them in English, especially if you're an English speaker like myself. So they learn both languages, and it's good for their development long term. I mean, it's also good for job opportunities for them long term, because bilingual employees get paid a little bit more than regular English speakers. So yeah, that's one of the advantages of living in Quebec. In summary, Quebec, like I said, is one good place to be. I'm going to try to weigh the disadvantage and the advantages and weigh the options and see if it makes sense. But considering that the economy in Canada in general of recent has been turning on your own. If you choose to come to Quebec, it's not a bad option. Guys, thank you for staying till the end of the video. I really appreciate the fact that you're here. I wish that you would be in my next video watching me and helping me grow this channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. You know how it is. You know the dream. You know the goal is 10,000 subscribers this year. Thank you so much, guys, and have a nice day.